ladies and gentlemen, I will be entering in on how Lloyd scales to low multiversal. This out of the way, we gotta explain how the power systems work in Ninjago. Ninjago power system, it consists of natural elemental abilities. Think of chi or bending, magical powers, think of all magic, and scientific powers. Think of Rick and Morty or Voltron. Magical powers are pretty basic. It's just out of the ordinary abilities such as wish magic, which unrestrained can give the user infinite wishes that can do anything. Elemental powers are the ability to control and create the element that you use, essentially commanding like an essential force of the world. You're able to also create elemental spirits that are dragon-like. Elemental powers can work on fundamental levels, such as spirits and concepts. On concepts, shown against when used against the overlord, the concept of evil, then shown when water was used on ghost. To talk about true potential, they're essentially power-ups that usually grant you a new ability of sorts that boost you up a bunch in a power sense, which is shown in the scan that tells us on how Cole becomes practically indestructible and his super strength becomes massively higher. Science is just advanced technology that can sometimes keep up with the supernatural aspects of the show, like being able to summon the technology that the ninja bonded with, kind of like Rick and Morty science. This can also be used to APM the power of the people, who uses other facets of the power system, such as elemental powers and magic. Secondly, a family tree. This first magician master was born of both Oni and Dragon Blood. And then he had Wu and Garmadon. And then Garmadon and Misako had Lloyd. Lloyd's power is just described as green or energy, which Cole has stated before. It's just all of the elemental powers mushed up onto one. Lloyd's gold power is the ability to harness the best of both worlds, his Oni and dragon size. The power of creation and destruction fused together. This allows his power to be essentially infinite, on top of having the ability to heal even things like dark matter and give life to new creatures. This is the most powerful thing in Ninjago history, and this was the first Spinjitzu Master's power. So, it's basically, golden power is just composite elements. Creation is just the element comprised of all the four main ones: fire, earth, ice, and lightning. It represents itself as golden, used by the dragons and Wu. Its creation power can create anything via the tornado of creation, not to be confused with the golden power by others. Destruction is just something not to be confused with darkness, which feeds on creation, while destruction fears it, as it's necessary for the survival of both. Those with the power of destruction, like the Oni and Garmadon, have the ability to destroy or erase anything. Now we're actually going to get into how Lloyd actually scales to low multiversal and why he does. Shown here is stated that Lloyd is the Green Ninja, youngest, and also the strongest, or most powerful. And then in the first episode of Rise of the Spinjitzu Master, Ninjago, it is stated that the Green Ninja will rise above the others, therefore making him above the other ninja. But before we get to all that scaling, there's something I have to uncover, which is the actual cosmology of Ninjago itself. The realms are stated to be space-times, dimensions, places of existence, alternate worlds, realms, and universes. So they're not planets. The space even inside the realm of Ninjago, they are infinite and experience time differently. They experience time differently, and each realm has its own laws of physics. I'll let you take a look at the scans I've gathered to prove this. And it also shows that it's extra dimensional. Moving on to the realm of nothingness, otherwise called the ethereal divide. This realm or other place contains the realm's cosmology, making it above them in existence. Or you could say it's a higher space, but take a look at the scans and you'll see. The first Spinjitzu Master has a higher level of existence and exists in a higher realm beyond the Ninjago's realms, not even ever dying, along with the Overlord as well. And then now we're actually going to be moving on to how fast Lloyd is according to speed feats from others. Jay managed to outrun his dragon, which on the Ninjago wiki was confirmed to be light speed. He is able to keep up with Nauticon, who was able to react and dodge and block or deflect lasers coming from those Ninjroids. Jay is able to keep up with Skulkin bikes, which are able to move so fast he transform into light and can travel to different realms. The Cloud Place is a place where a person's fate is written. This was shown when they spilled ink on the Dareth's fate, and the ink shit spilled on them.
Hey, what up?
Just like how the family of the first Fujitsu Master ignores fate, the Oni ignore the future. The first Fujitsu Master created all the elements minus the 4 that came before him, which means that he should be as fast as speed since he created that element, and Lloyd can be on that level too. He also automatically scales to the golden weapon since he is the green ninja, which when the mega weapon, which is composed of all 4 of them, they created a star, which means he's at least star level at this point. Stated by Garmadon, all the weapons are powerful enough to create a vortex through space and time and even send people through space and time. Lloyd was able to recreate these weapon strengths when he was a child. Stated that the golden power is basically infinite and that it was the first Fujitsu Master's power and he had no limits. The first Fujitsu Master was also powerful enough to even create all these realms. It is also quite lore accurate that the Green Ninja is powerful enough to take over the 16 realms. The first Fujitsu Master is more powerful than Nia, which she destroyed the Preeminent, which is the embodiment of the Cursed Realm. It was even stated to be too powerful to cross the Isra Divide, which took her a while to form in Ninjago. And don't forget to mention that she had the power to curse all of the realms. The first Fujitsu Master was also able to defeat Wojira, and her power hasn't been felt since ancient times, which pushed her above the Preeminent automatically. Wojira's power is very well respected as a deity across other realms, even Neverrealm, which is one of the most farthest away places from Ninjago. Wojira lives in a magical land known as the Endless Sea, which is a magical land that is pretty much endless before Ninjago was even there. Nia also says that Nia is now endless or eternal by fusing with the water. Nia, stated by Jay, was connected to all water ever. And Zane later said that it wasn't possible, and then it was later contradicted when she appeared out of a cup of water. The Oni had the power the ability to destroy anything, just like how the dragons can create anything, and they also get stronger in combat, shown by the scan. Lloyd scales to this since he beat his father, which he was able to defend against all the Oni who could destroy everything in Ninjago. Jinns are listed in the same category as the dragon, who can casually fly to other planes of existence, Jinns who have the power of unlimited wishes, and ghosts who are incorporeal beings. Garmadon says at this rate of power growth, he would surpass his own father, the first Fujitsu Master. Moving on to the Dragon's Rising, he was able to close up a merge portal which can merge all the realms. And then he also stopped a merge quake storm that can destroy all reality, including the Isra Divide. And the merge itself just transcends time, which he can count as a speed feat to Lloyd. Lloyd was able to fight the Overlord, which is straight up overpowered. He was a conceptual embodiment of evil, darkness, and destruction, whatever. He's basically the Oni side of the first Fujitsu Master. He also existed before time, just he is the embodiment of evil. The Overlord doesn't have a real form, but it's said here that he can infinitely grow as more he builds up from the conflict. And the Overlord was definitely powerful enough to destroy the balance of the world. And don't forget that he had a perfect vessel in that crystallized season. And he was also just straight up overpowered by Lloyd when he was in his golden Oni form. The Golden Master should be equal to the first Fujitsu Master, and that is just Lloyd's power being taken by Overlord. So he automatically scales to the first Fujitsu Master via Prime Lloyd. And that is my reasoning and proof on why Lloyd scales to low multiversal or lower, or somewhere universal to low multiversal. Let me know what you thoughts on the video. Like and subscribe to my channel, as I need some likes to make my channel grow. I'm coming for you, Zeta.